Wow, that was the first exciting game the Eagles have had all year. I thought they were the better team in that game too, honestly. The refs were a little bit on the Eagles side. I thought there was maybe a couple ticky-tack plays on Patrick Peterson. But, it is what it is. I still think that being a thing, I think I'll trade off that for the fact that there's clearly was a missed fumble on Kyler Murray that the refs just straight up were like, no, let's keep going. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Doug Peterson did challenge. It was clearly a fumble. Luckily, literally the next play was a fumble. But Philly was a better team. Didn't get the win. I think the biggest reason why we didn't get the win is that we had a guy named Michael Jacquet. Man-to-man coverage a whole lot of times on DeAndre Hopkins. And he did a good job. Honestly, he did a good job. If you blurred the numbers and you just showed all of DeAndre Hopkins' catch on Michael Jacquet, I couldn't tell you if that was him or Darius Slay because he was in good spots. It was literally just DeAndre Hopkins making a very, very good play, that's good for Philly. Jacquet, UDFA, again, Howie Roseman just shows that he can't evaluate talent, but he can fall ass backwards in some UDFAs. When he doesn't have to be the smartest guy in the room and kind of can make a better decision, it looks good. And we got Dorsey from the Browns now, supposedly helping out with talent evaluation. I don't know how much he has to play in this, but Jacquet looks like we might have, a guy that can compete in training camp next year for some serious reps and to bump up on the depth chart. So good showing from that, but at the end of the day, wide receiver ones make plays. Wide receiver ones like DeAndre Hopkins makes plays. And, not to rag on him, but Jalen Reagor left the game, and a couple times he could have made plays. And I think my issue, and it's just not necessarily from this game, because generally Jalen Reagor was okay, I guess, but you're just seeing, you saw today what a wide receiver one is. And you know what a wide receiver one is, but you saw firsthand today what a wide receiver one is. That's DeAndre Hopkins, a guy that the ball's underthrown, ball's uncatchable, ball's about to be picked. DeAndre Hopkins will come out of nowhere, make like a one-handed catch, and he'll make a touchdown out of nothing. And then you see Jalen Reagor, who Philadelphia is manufacturing touches for. He's not earning his own touches. He's not making the most of his own snaps. Philadelphia is going, we need this guy to do something, so let's give him some plays. And he can't even make the most of those. Man, it's so frustrating. He is not a wide receiver one. He's not a first-round pick. And then we saw the only wide receiver that I actually gave a positive grade from the draft in Quez Watkins with his one catch, burn it off for a touchdown because he actually has game-breaking speed. He has something you could build around. It's just it's borderline depressing just to think about how badly Philadelphia can't evaluate talent. You look at it it's easy. Look at literally, I don't want to compare them to the guys above Philly. They were off the board. We're not going to talk about CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Ruggs, anything like that. But the guys right after him, Justin Jefferson. Do you think the Vikings are manufacturing touches for Justin Jefferson? You don't get 1,100, whatever he's at now, 1,100 yards by manufacturing touches. Justin Jefferson is getting separation, and he is pretty much saying, you give me the ball. I'm getting open. I'm going to make plays. And that's abnormal, right? Even me, I would have 100% went Justin Jefferson at that pick. It would have been either Justin Jefferson or Denzel Mims, but I know I would have just said, screw it. Let's get the safe player. Let's go with Justin Jefferson. I'm not saying that I knew Justin Jefferson would be this damn good, but when you look at something that's a little bit more reasonable, look at Brandon Ayuk with the 49ers. Much like Philadelphia, it's probably more so with Kyle Shanahan being a creative play caller, but they're manufacturing touches for Brandon Ayuk. He has 5 touchdowns in the last 4 games, something crazy like that. So Jalen Reagor's not even making the most out of his touches. So it's just a failure on all levels. And the more I saw DeAndre Hopkins make plays, the more I'm like, fuck, man, we need Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith. We got to get one of those. Because right now, there is not a wide receiver on this roster that we can build around. There's absolutely not. Alshon Jeffrey's going to be gone, who actually had a solid game today. Deshaun Jackson's going to be gone. Fulham, is he a flash in the pan? What? Question mark. Jalen Reagor. Looks like a special teamer right now. Special teamer, he looks honestly like Dante Pettis 2.0. 49er fans, you know what I'm talking about. JJ, bust. So you got Greg Ward, okay slot wide receiver. You got Quez Watkins, showed a little juice today, but incredibly small sample size. Hightower's been inconsistent, like a late round rookie, like what he is. So we really, really, the silver lining is that if Philly lost this game, we know Dallas is ahead of us in draft order. I think Philly picks at 6 or 7 right now. It's, I don't know. We're getting to a point where, Philly's still in it. If we get a little bit of help and we can beat Dallas, we can beat Washington, who knows? But think about the positive. The draft pick is the most important thing. But it's grades time. Let's get through the grades and stop talking about just how bad one Jalen is and talk about how good the other Jalen was today. 33-26 we lost. I don't think they deserved to lose. I don't think they deserved to lose. I think Philly was a better team, but it's just, there's always the fight was there. The fight was there. And, it wasn't like, Arizona played bad. It's just, you literally saw Kyler Murray made a bunch of mistakes. The Arizona Cardinals made a bunch of mistakes, but because they had the star talent, they could overcome those mistakes. Philly didn't really make any mistakes. We didn't have a friggin' punter. We messed up an extra point because, the punter was gone and Zach Ertz was holding the snap. Philly played the better game, but I don't want to dog Arizona. Arizona battled, and it wasn't like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray still had, 400 yards? So, I don't want to dog Arizona. I just think, in my personal opinion, I thought Philly played a little bit better today. Jalen Hurts, 24-44, 338 yards, 3 touchdowns, had 63 yards and a touchdown. Got real lucky. He had 2 fumble losses. Both of them weren't turnovers, but we were lucky that they weren't, which is something he needs to work on. If you watched Jalen Hurts last year at Oklahoma, the reason why I didn't even have him as a second-round pick was a little turnover prone. A lot of fumble issues for a scrambling quarterback that I was a little bit concerned about. The top-tier arm talent's not really there either. But we're seeing that's what we need right now, though, for Philadelphia. We don't necessarily need the guy that can bomb it 80 yards, 70, 80 yards downfield. We need the guy that can make chicken salad out of chicken shit, which is our offensive line right now, which Jalen Hurts can do with his scrambling ability. And we need someone that's not going to put the offense in bad situations. Jalen Hurts will take the throwaway. He'll take the sack. Carson Wentz, trying to play hero ball, would hold the ball on forever. And that's what we need. And we got the news this morning. Carson Wentz says, I'm not going to be a backup. Trade me. It's not shocking that Carson Wentz is like, I'm a starting quarterback. I'm not going to sit around. I want to collect a paycheck, which I guess there's something admirable in that. But I think myself, as being someone that has been as unbiased as possible when I view this, and doing so, I've been saying that it's not all Carson Wentz's fault. I think the front office and the play calling have been more detrimental than just saying that the Carson Wentz is the reason. But even me, I want to see Carson Wentz be like, I want to fight for my spot. You bench me for this guy, you draft a quarterback in the second round, you never get. I want to see Carson Wentz be like, all right, they got Jamar Chase or whatever. We'll just act like we're going to get Jamar Chase. We got Jamar Chase at 6. I'm going to go Jordan Palmer. That's what Josh Allen did up in Buffalo, and you never see what the results there. He's going to do that, get right, and QB challenge. It's going to be a battle. I'm going to friggin' win the job because I know I'm the more talented quarterback, which he is. He is, from a skill set standpoint, if 2017 Wentz was, I think, could very well still be in there. 2017 Wentz is still in there somewhere. And 2017 Wentz is like a top 5 quarterback in the league. Now, will we ever see that again in the NFL? I don't know. It might not be in Philadelphia. It could be elsewhere. But there's that's the approach I would have liked to see Carson Wentz take. And that might still be the case. Like I said, there's been enough dirt released that report that Wentz wants to trade could 100% be coming from Howie Roseman. The leak, team sources, that could have been Howie Roseman trying to weasel and throw some fire out there. So to not really make this into a Wentz versus Hurts compare, Wentz, whatever, man, you're on the bench now. Ride the bench because Jalen Hurts is playing like this, a lot more good than bad. I'm at the point right now seeing what he did last week against New Orleans. It's going to be a quarterback competition. I didn't think there was going to be any change. I thought you're going to ride Hurts out for the rest of the year. You're going to secure a high draft pick, and we're going to start with Carson Wentz as our starter. Wentz got to fight. This is going to be the best case scenario. Is that if Wentz truly can beat out Hurts and he's playing like this, then we'll be optimistic that Wentz is back. Wentz has been looking good, and if Jalen Hurts isn't good enough to play right now, trade him. This is going to be, honestly, this could end up, best case scenario for Philadelphia, is that somehow, some way, this lights that fire under Carson Wentz's ass to figure out what the hell was wrong and get back to 2017 Wentz in the offseason. All while doing so, there's going to be teams that are seeing the way Jalen Hurts is playing right now and being like, hey, Howie, how's it going, buddy? Listen, Pittsburgh Steelers here, picking, 28, 29. What do you want for Hurts? Guys driving in the second round. You like to recoup that second rounder? And I'd be like, hey, give me your first rounder and James Washington, bud. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, that's best case scenario. If everything can go right, this is going to be beneficial. Obviously, it's Philadelphia. The realization is that this can also just be Jalen Hurts. It's just a messy quarterback situation, and we have Hurts and Wentz on the team, and a pissed off Wentz, and then it kills the locker room. There's a lot of possibilities, but there is a legitimate potential best case scenario in Philadelphia where this all works out well for Wentz and works out well for Jalen Hurts, and it ends up working out well for the Philadelphia Eagles organization. But right now, we have both these guys on our team. Jalen Hurts is the guy that's playing, and today was awesome. He was very good for the most part. Like I'll give Hurts an A. Not an A+. Like I said, he got real lucky with some of the fumbles, held on the ball a little bit. Wasn't a perfect game, but he's getting an A. That was very good. And it was exciting. Like literally, this is the first game all year that my whole family, me, my kid, my girlfriend, were like sitting down watching the Eagles and being like, oh, what's going to happen? Because every other game's been like a fucking meme. Miles Sanders, 17 carries, 64 yards. Jalen Hurts had 63 carries and a yard. It's fine. Was it, an average rushing attack, B-, C+, somewhere in that range. Zach Ertz had 69 yards. Alshon Jeffrey, 63. Jalen Reagor had 5 catches for 49. Also had a 10-yard rush that went in the wrong direction. Quez Watkins, 40 yards and a touchdown. G. Ward, 15 yards on 4 catches, 2 touchdowns. Again, wide receivers are what they are. A couple big splash plays here and there. But generally speaking, struggling to get separation, which is the mantra of these Philadelphia Eagles wide receivers. So I'd give the group as a whole C+, B-, somewhere in that range fringe. They did make catches when they had to, except the Hail Mary at the end. Defensively, it's just so weird. Much like people are like, why does the offense run better with a backup quarterback? Why is it always like our best, most fight-looking defenses when like we have no one playing? No Darius Slay, no Vontae Maddox, no Rodney McLeod. So three of our 4 starting outside players, they're not there, but they fought. Man, Singleton looked solid today. Epps had a pick. Nickel Roby-Coleman easily had his best game for the Eagles. Michael Jacquet, even though you're going to look at the final stat line for DeAndre Hopkins, I was impressed. Let's see, does it say what school he came from? Louisiana Lafayette. There we go, I called it. Jalen Mills was solid. Fletcher Cox had a strong game. Definitely didn't get enough pressure, but we held, Kyler Murray wasn't scrambling all over us. We held the running game in check, and it was just, at the end of the day, we have an undrafted free agent rookie playing man-to-man coverage with DeAndre Hopkins, and he hung in there. So, I would say when I saw that Darius Slay wasn't playing, I knew that we probably weren't winning. I was intrigued at first to be like, maybe I can make some money on Philadelphia here. Maybe I can pay for these Pizza Hut Pizza Hut Wing Street wings. Couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. But it was a valiant effort for Philadelphia. We're still kind of in it, even though I'm completely reserved to the fact, hey, let's have Jalen Hurts end this season looking good and still lose. I want Jalen Hurts to get 2-3 touchdowns, no turnovers for the next 2 games, lose the next 2 games, pick top 5, and then have a chance to flip Jalen Hurts for a pick. Or figure out what the fuck you're doing with Carson Wentz. But give us an option. Give us maximum value for Jalen Hurts, whether it be trading him for a first-round pick. I'll tell you right now, though. I'm at a point, everyone's always like, oh my God, why would you trade Hurts? He's actually playing good. The team's playing. I would not trade him for anything less than a first-round pick at this point, but I would trade him for a late first-round pick. If you told me right now that we're going to be bringing in new minds to help fix out Carson Wentz, and we can get a first-round pick for Jalen Hurts, I'm 100% doing that. 100%. Because that means Philadelphia, for top end of the draft, get your wide receiver, back end of the draft, grab yourself a corner or a linebacker, and you're laughing. Take that little bit of a gamble. But we don't even get that place if Jalen Hurts does not play good the last 2 games, so let's see it. But what do you guys feel about it? Again, 2 games in a row that I've been enjoying Philadelphia Eagles football, and there's been one glaring difference, and that is under center with Jalen Hurts. I will make this right now. If Jalen Hurts gets Philly into the playoffs, I will buy his jersey on camera. I'll buy it. I won't buy the authentic ones, but I'll get like the laser print. I'm not gonna get a Stitch jersey because those are like $800 in Canada. But I will get a real Jalen Hurts jersey if he makes the playoffs. And that is on top of the meme. Like I got a $200,000 view video where I just memed the Jalen Hurts pick. So I think that would be quite the admission. But how do you guys feel about it? Do you obviously there's 2 sides. Of course, it's very rare to find the true Eagle fan that's right in the middle. It's like I'm a fan of the team. Whoever's under quarterback, that's who I support. But what do you guys feel with the Eagles quarterback situation? What do you think about this game? Eagles, Cardinals fans, maybe neutral fans that were watching. Let me know in the comment section below. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to play tomorrow. Probably Raiders rebuild. And then we'll get the Eagles offseason coming up pretty soon. I'm actually kind of pissed. I think in my Eagles series, I don't have Michael Jacquet. I want him. I want him on the roster. Might have to find him in the game somewhere. But that does it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. Until next time, C4 saying peace out. Go Eagles. Get that high draft pick. Jamar Chase, Michael Parsons. Come to me.